Welcome to downtown Detroit and welcome inside Ford Field. Today a good one in store here. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Flowers now to return it. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's the dream scenario to any contest. And runs like that, it gets the ball rolling.
First down, here's Lamar. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll go down here, comes up nicely after a gain of 7.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
2nd and 3 now. Motion man right is Jefferson. This is Henry on 2nd. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They go play fake with Jackson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Play action, Mahomes. Taken in by Hill, right side. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Downfield is fine, St. Brown. This play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. So 20 yards on that play. And the Lions have a first down. I know it's early, Brock, but that felt kind of big. A lot of momentum generated from that turnover was about to disappear if they didn't convert.
Yeah, there actually is some pressure on this opening series to score. I know pressure's a privilege, but that turnover gave them some early momentum, but it won't just disappear if they'll fail to score. We'll actually head to that other sidelines.
A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Near the goal line. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions parlay the interception into points. It's a Sam LaPorta So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Crashes through a tackle. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their second possession. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. He's got a gain of 6 there. Jeffrey Simmons that time on the tackle.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. Well, they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the gun, Jackson. Complete Derrick Henry. And this one does not go far. So they'll get to scheme about this 3rd down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of 1. The Lions out in front. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They have it 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. That one's caught by Jefferson. And they make the tackle at the 38. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Likely's got it right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
2nd down now, they need 7. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And that is exactly why you rally to the football. Not through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. They'll throw 3rd and long. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, They do at least force this fourth down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
On fourth now, on comes Tyler Luke. Going to try this field goal for the Ravens. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. The pickup of 17. And the Lions have a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st down throw, Mahomes. Ravens get him. Down he goes. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of their 2nd down.
It's a loss of 8.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. That's on target. Puka Nacua. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All set now. 1st and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Ravens' 15-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions grow their lead just before halftime. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with a touchdown.
Ravens nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Baltimore running its offense out now. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
You remember in our defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Pistol snap to Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're 1st. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Lamar out of the pistol. Short pass brought in. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, wow, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's complete to St. Brown outright. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that is good for Detroit 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down around the 34. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
It's a gain of 7.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, 1 play remaining in this half. Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
You know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. The Ravens offense to the field for the final drive of this 1st half. They're going to need some unlikely magic here if they want to find any points with almost no time remaining. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. He's back to throw. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. Here comes the offense for Detroit to begin the 2nd half. And they really leaned on that passing game in the 1st half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the 3rd. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythms, truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin a game. Through the defense it goes. Room to burn. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions make it a 24-point ball game. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Flowers now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Ravens trotting out their offense. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. First call here coming from the shotgun. We send him left out of the slot. We give here to the motion man. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Reed, they'll hand off to Henry. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's a middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Running once more with Henry. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. Hate to say it, but it kind of feels like time, Brock. It might be time for this offense to get a little more one-dimensional because this ground game hasn't done anything. I mean, just look up at the scoreboard.
Or maybe the in-between is a little play action. I mean, everything they've done, unfortunately, has not worked. And that one, to go backwards, really.
Drop this one down for Henry. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
A 10-yard gain.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Jackson's going to go on 4th. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And this one swatted away by a defender, so they went for it unsuccessfully. And now they turn it over on downs. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on downs. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. To the air, Mahomes. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. 1st and 10 from the 32.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 32.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Taken in by Chase, left side. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They gain 11 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
On first down, Jackson. He's keeping it. Rolling into enemy territory. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Gets him on the end route. And he's going to work this down to the 32. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop.
Well, we saw those guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at them. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. And a cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Okay, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. From the gun, Jackson. Making the call himself. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Back now, pressure coming. Brought in. And they're going to have first and goal when we begin our fourth quarter. So we're through 3 here. It's Ravens football. They're going to look for points here, no doubt, but might be too little too late for them in this lopsided contest. Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's going to be taken down as this defense shows some backbone. Great stand to get him at the 2.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. They'll work against the blitz. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens putting up points in a game decided. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time...
And he's in for 2, so don't write him off just yet. I know the chances are slim, but still a small one in this 2-possession game. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Hill now to return it. He dodged the tackle. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Lions offense returning to the field. And they're already up by 2 scores, Bronk, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. New set of downs for him from the 31. On first down, it's Gibbs. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, a very minimal gain.
2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Mahomes. You know, it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Got a man. That's Nacua. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Downfield, this fine St. Brown. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions have likely locked up the win right there. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions stretch the lead to 23.
31. Ravens 8.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And this one doesn't go far.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback is made or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Andrews has it, working downfield. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. They get 22 out of that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Lamar off the play fake. This one finds the fullback. And he has a gain of 4 on the run, which runs us up to the 2-minute warning.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Lamar throwing again. He's going to tuck it and run. He takes it down to the 33. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33. Here's Jackson to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Lamar out of the pistol. Running left side by Jefferson. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Justin Jefferson. It's a gain of 1. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Pistol snap to Jackson. Goes right back to Jefferson. Complete. They got the football, Brock, but not the first. That stuff's just shy of the marker. 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
He's going for it himself. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
1st and goal, Baltimore.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone on 1st. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens making the scoreboard look a touch better. Nico Collins with the touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt.
And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead.
You go with what you think is your best option. There they felt like it was going to be a pass, but sometimes it simply doesn't work.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. He fields it from the 8. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And this one, just a formality till the clock runs out. It's only one timeout remaining to stop it. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Here's Mahomes on a designed run. So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. And the crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments of today's ball game.
Yeah, it is super fun to win on the road. I'm not going to lie, to quiet the crowd. But you know what's even better? When you get to celebrate with your family, your friends, your hometown people, your community, and you know, more importantly, they played a role as that extra voice in that building, man. It is a rewarding feeling.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Oh, look at the juke. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
I tell you what, if this is any quarterback other than Patrick Mahomes, I'm telling you how this is an ill-advised throw. But 15 is so good on the move with all those different arm angles and releases that all I'm saying now is that's a gorgeous play.
He'll go right back to St. Brown. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now Mahomes. Pass complete there to Nakua. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Mahomes now on the sneak. And he is going to have a Lions first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
But they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Gibbs. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the Ravens taking the field
at their own 28-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll stretch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. Again, it's Henry. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up.
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Chase, the motion man right. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. Now 2nd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now here's Mahomes. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That would have broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Here's a diving catch right side. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Mahomes going to throw. For the right side here, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis there on the stop.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Working from the gun, Mahomes finds Gibbs on the check down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes throwing the slant pattern here complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Gibbs will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Ravens nothing.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
It's 4th down.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Mahomes now to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. A gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
2nd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Lions, first down. An 8-yard pickup. And the Lions, first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
At the 44-yard line.
Second down and a yard. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, a short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Oh, he bowls over him. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raven offense set to start this 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll fake the jet sweep, and now it's Jackson off play action. He will find his man Chase complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Mitchell. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Jackson now. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson will throw again. Looking deep here for Chase. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. To throw, it's Mahomes. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's up in it after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
In motion goes the tight end. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
3rd and 5. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Detroit. Puka Nacua, 78 yards. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. A nice little juke. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Left side to Lamb. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. The bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try to limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try to run the option. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs.
At the 30-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They go play fake. Mahomes. And get this into the hands of Hill, complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Gibbs straight ahead. They'll take this to the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second down, they go back to Gibbs.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense so far on third down, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. Here it's 3rd and 3.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Hand off now to Gibbs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That one too wide and incomplete. The 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Able to evade the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside the 5. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
At the 27-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2. Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Second and a couple.
Now it's Jackson. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. To throw again is Jackson. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. CeeDee Lamb, 50 yards. And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.